This is going to be a little impromptu video about the Scholar in Elden Ring Nightreign, a new DLC that just came out called the Forsaken Hollows, and I got a really cool build last night that I just wanted to capture because I didn't know if I'd see it again. So now I'm going through the items if you want to see those passives, but the big thing is the Wraith Calling Bell and something called Wraiths While Walking on that halberd I have on my back. And cool thing about Wraiths While Walking is, as you can see, when you use the Scholar's scan ability, it just fires a big burst of them on cooldown. And almost every time you use the Wraith Calling Bell, it also kind of spams those. And I'm just going to try to do this a little impromptu and kind of improvise as I go here. Relics, we got Dark Fathom of the Night. The second one has some ult charge. Third one is the Wraith Calling Bell and some HP, because I don't have any specific relics for this guy. As you can see, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you get lucky enough to get this passive, it makes his scan really awesome. I can imagine his scan is even cooler if you have some of his like specific relics. But I also got the Mogwin Spear, you know, that's pretty awesome. I'm sure it's cool to try other weapons, because one of his passives is that he levels up items as you use them. And I've never really used other throwables like pots and stuff like that, but it'd be kind of fun to check them out someday. His ultimate is really cool. That's why I think it's good to put some like ultimate charge on, because it's kind of like it reminds me of Soulslike from Adam Warlock in Marvel Rivals, where you like share damage and HP and all that stuff. Pretty cool ability, but it's on a really long cooldown, so I think it's good to have some ultimate charge stuff. I really like Scholar. I saw there were some people that were saying he looks kind of weak, and I think the weakest part about him is honestly his dodge, because for some reason his dodge feels worse than like Guardians, for example. And I don't know why. I don't think he's like that crazy. I feel like they could just give him a normal roll. You'll see his dodge a little bit. He kind of does like a recluse kind of dodge, but it's shorter. But anyways, as you can see, those Wraiths While Walking are just going crazy. Firing tons of those. I think that's kind of cool. I like that sort of spell build for this guy. I was kind of hoping he'd be more of a wizard type of character. But I do like his abilities. I think they're pretty unique. And yeah, he's just pretty fun to play. I like playing him on the older, or the previous night bosses, I guess. Night Lords. So this is a Heelster run. I don't know if I mentioned that already. I'm not the biggest fan of the new Forsaken Hollows stuff. I like the bosses. I think the bosses are really cool. And all of the new ones they added on the days, you know. There's a bunch of cool stuff like that, but I don't really like the new shifting earth very much. And I kind of wish it was possible to just turn that off and run Dreglord, or I forget the Melania characters' names. Because it's a cool map, but I think you kind of suffer from having to explore too much. And have like a time constraint. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's a cool map, but as you can see, I got some glint blades too. I'm doing a little bit too much yapping here. But this is a pretty awesome build, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to recreate this for Scholar, so I figured I'd put it out there because I thought it was pretty awesome. If you get Wraiths While Walking, it goes pretty crazy with his scan. Some people may or may not know this. I feel like sometimes I've given people like an item that has we didn't get any good flasks, it looks like right there. I've given people an item that has like multiple periodical glint blades and hoped they would use it, and they just like drop it or don't use it. But if you put it in your offhand, like I have that halberd there like that, it actually will use that passive, even though you're not using it, you know? Like you can two-hand a weapon and then have the other one in your offhand, and it'll just use that Wraiths While Walking. That works for the multiple periodical glint blades, obviously, like I was saying. But yeah, this is a crazy little build here. And I think I was doing something in the settings. I think I had to fix something on the stream there. Everybody's waiting for me down here. Better get in there. We got a pretty good loadout, man. I mean, look at that. I hate it when they give you those, like sometimes you get better flasks when you start the end boss. Like there's the one that heals over time, and there's like the damage negation, and then sometimes they give you those other ones that aren't so great. But let's see how this does on good old Heelster here. Heelster is one of my favorite boss fights. I play this guy on cooldown. It's kind of therapeutic for me, honestly. I like this guy and Sentient Pest. The Everdark one, surprisingly. I'm a masochist. But oh my goodness, look at those fucking Wraiths While Walking, dude. They're going crazy. That's so cool. I love that. And it costs no mana as well. Just spam them. I love the Wraith Calling Bell. I call it the Dink Donk, like the Dink Donk emote on Twitch. And it's so good for every character. Because it costs like no mana. It goes a long way. It does good damage. Really awesome. I got lucky to get a couple of really good relics like that. Like I have a good one for Wilder that has a Fiery Greatsword, Flaming Strike, and a Wraith Calling Bell. And then I have a good one for Duchess that has some good stuff for her. But yeah. If you can get a lucky good Wraith Calling Bell thing, that's awesome. There we go. We get the ultimate going there. I think like it can kind of feel like Scholar isn't really doing anything, but you can kind of feel his presence a little bit even without seeing it. There's no like visual cues or anything, but his like silent support buffs and stuff really do a lot, I think. And I can't wait to try some of the relics once I get those as well. But anyways, we beat first phase. Go on to the second phase here. I got Marika's hammer too, so I mean it's just GG at this point. Knocks down Healster on cooldown. It's pretty cool. I saw some people complaining about the scan, but I think the scan is kind of awesome actually. And there's actually, it seems like there's a relic, like I keep saying, there's a relic where it boosts your teammate's attack as well. Seems really cool. I just wish they would make his dodge normal. I don't know why his dodge is so, like, shit. In comparison to, like, his abilities. Because he doesn't have, like, a crazy guarding ability like Guardian or anything. So I don't know why his dodge is so short, but... Anyways, I like Scholar. I think he's pretty cool. Look at that. Get him with the Marika's hammer. Boom! Knock him right down, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, this is cool. Again, I think the Night Lords are awesome. I think Dreadlord and, I keep forgetting the Melania bosses' names are really cool bosses, but I have a little bit of a problem with the design of the, what are you going to call it, Shifting Earth that they made. And it just feels like, it's too, like, vertical and, like, hard to get everywhere, and there's so many places you can jump off the map. And there were some people, I saw them complaining, like, they didn't add that Shifting Earth to, you know, bosses like Healster, but I'm kind of happy about that, because, again, I like to just fight this boss kind of in my off time, and it's just therapeutic, and I think I would start getting a little unhappy if I had to do that one over and over again. I think it'd be more fun if you could turn off that Shifting Earth, I'm not going to lie. And again, I think it would be fun if you could, you know, if it was like Elden Ring where you could just explore and you didn't have a time constraint. But I think the time constraint with the fire and everything is what makes that map not so great. And I just got wrecked right there. I went down. As you can see, that dodge is so short. I tried to dodge his little AoE thing. I'm just rambling away here trying to, you know, commentate over this. This once-in-a-lifetime Scholar build. These wraiths are just going crazy, though. I think they actually do a lot of damage, too. Okay, he's going up again. If I can dodge it here. Perfect. I think I actually do dodge his, like, splash damage thing right here. Although we knocked him down. We don't even gotta worry about it. Easy peasy, dude. Look at that. Yeah, I think his mechanics are very unique. I feel like they did a good job making unique characters in Nightreign. I was kind of hoping they did like a fist fighting guy, you know, like that weapon in Shadow of the Erd Tree, but it is what it is. I was also kind of hoping the book was going to be a weapon. But yeah, we're making quick work of Healster. I think he's going to go down. Pretty fair to say. Also, I guess it's worth mentioning we got double Undertakers. There's a lot of people playing Undertaker, man. And a lot of them die. A lot. But there we go. We got Healster. He's down, dude. There was that cool Scholar build that I may not get again. I wanted to get this Wraiths while walking thing on Wilder eventually as well, but I just could never find it again. But yeah, it goes really hard with the scan. As you can see, it goes crazy. We got the glint blades. We got the snap. Leveled up Wraith Calling Bell. And that was a really cool Scholar run. This is kind of a different video than I usually make. A little bit of a shorter one. Sometimes I play off stream. I can't be loud at night, and I just figured I'd capture it and then try to do like a little commentary over it. So if you like this type of video, leave a like, Subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff. Follow on Twitch for streams. I may do streams on YouTube every so often. We'll see. I'm still tossing that up in the air. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Peace and take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye.